Hey guys, Kimber Schaefer here. I am at R1 MMA Training Center in South Oklahoma City, and we are talking Rage in the Cage 34 happening on January 16th at the Oklahoma City Farmers Market, and we are beyond blessed to have Lloyd Wright back for round 3 for Rage in the Cage. You know, Lloyd, I have such admiration for you. I mean, I consider you a friend. You have kind of had a rough go of this starting MMA career, but you just keep coming back. I mean, the first time you fought for Rage in the Cage, you were the first fight of the night, and you were carried out in a stretcher, ended up going to the hospital. Your second fight, I mean, you hang tough in that fight, but unfortunately dislocated your shoulder. And but I remember that fight, and I remember that very moment, and just how gracious you were. Even though that you were going home with that loss, and even though you were hurt. So I just think the world of you. Here we are, round 3, your third time in the cage. How are you feeling about this?
Well, pretty much, I'm just blessed to be back. That's just the thing. You know, 2014 was real rough for me. You know, like you said, it was just ups and downs. First fight, you know, I came out just by myself, having to borrow a corner, very limited training, and it cost me, you know, getting hurt severely. And then again, second one, you know, I got with, you know, on-off fight crew, and, you know, still minimal training, but I was ready to get back in there again and dislocated my shoulder. So now, you know, I'm here with Assassin Fight Crew with Terry Young and, you know, Katie Wade, you know, the main event, first female fight. You know, I'm proud of her for that. But, you know, just to be back, you know, I'm blessed. You know, it's just great to be back, to be able to step back in here, you know, taking 7 months off to recover and train and, you know, feel like I'm, you know, ready to get back in there. And, you know, I got a point to prove. This is what I want to do. It's, you know, it's a big dream of mine ever since, you know, I was a kid. I grew up fighting, and I always knew I was going to be a fighter. So, you know, to be able to do it in a positive way that keeps me out of trouble, you know, it's just good to be able to still do it.
I still remember day one when I first met you. I believe it was on the March card, the same card that Dee Birchfield debuted for Rage in the Cage. I still remember your confidence that day, and just how your dreams were almost shattered when you know, left that cage, of course, in a stretcher. You've come so far since then. So tell me a little bit about your training since that point, and, you know, what lessons you've learned after being in the cage twice.
Pretty much the lessons I've learned was just to shut out the crowd. You know, I was nervous. You know, every debut has it. You know, is that, you know, you got your friends and family there. You don't want to embarrass yourself, so you're pretty much trying to survive that first one. So, but, you know, big shouts out to Dee Birchfield and Lamont Kid Stafford. They're the one who had got me in at the first one. And that's just, you know, just pretty much it. So as far as the training goes, you know, I've learned to be a elemental kind of trainer, is what I like to call it. You know, no matter what the weather is outside, I'm outside training. You know, I do it all. I got my hands in everything. I'll hit the gym every now and again, but I'm mainly outdoors, because, you know, if you can fight in all kinds of weather, inside of a controlled environment is really easy. So it's just, you know, it's just pretty much, that's just what I learned. You know, I've just learned to build up my own, you know, my own way of training. You know, I got my little brother into it. You know, here and there he trains with me, and, you know, he's thinking about doing it himself. But, you know, but I mainly, you know, just train outdoors, and I've learned just to cut out the crowd. You know, it's just me and him in there, and, you know, it's just, you know, mano a mano. I gotta not worry about, you know, my family being there, you know, my lady being there. You know, it's all about me and him, and about who's hungry and who wants that victory.
Let's talk about, you've been training MMA about 9 months now. Your debut, of course, was March in 2014, as we said. Let's talk about anything. Has any trainer spoke some words to you that really stuck with you, or any person in that time since you've been fighting MMA that really just changed your mindset or really helped spark some additional interest?
I've had pretty much a lot of trainers and a lot of fighters talk to me. Like Ken has talked to me. You know, Ken Coulter a few times has talked to me. You know, just told me, just keep at it, man. You know, just don't give up. You know, it's tough. It's gonna happen. You know, we all take our L's. Of course, Dee Birchfield still talks to me. You know, he's actually proud of me for still sticking with it, even with, you know, despite my misfortune. I still keep going. You know, Lamont Kid Stafford still talks to me. You know, that's like my big brother. You know, I stayed next door to his big sister. So, you know, me and him, you know, he still talked to me. He said he was proud of me, even though it was a devastating loss in my debut. But, you know, you know, they all, you know, even with Terry Young, my manager now, and, you know, coach, best friend, brother, you know, he's there. And, you know, he's just, you know, he keeps me on my toes, and he was like, man, just don't worry about it. You know, we're going to turn that around. You know, we're looking at a positive outlook.
Well, it definitely sounds like you're in good hands and you've got a great support system behind you. So it's really just up from here, I'm guessing.
Oh, it's nowhere to go but up. I mean, you know, I'm not, you know, I've never backed down from anybody. You know, I've got a lot of heart. Ever since I was a kid, so in the cage or in the boxing ring, no matter what, it's no different. You know, I take my losses, I take my wins. You know, it's just about me as a fighter and how I go in there, how my mindset is. You know, whether my conditioning is up to par, my training is there. So yeah, it's nowhere to go but up.
Let's talk about your kids now. You are now a father yourself. How do they feel about Daddy going out there and fighting?
Boy, I get two different opinions on that. My little girl, she's the oldest, so that's my daddy's baby. She supports me fighting, but she doesn't like it. My son, on the other hand, you know, he'll grab my focus mitts with me and be like, "Daddy, come on, let's go." You know, I'm feeling when he gets older, he may want to step in there as well. But you know, I'm torn between two people, so it's it's a up and down roller coaster. But my babies, you know, they support me.
Awesome. Well, you know, we support you too, and we're so excited to see you back in that cage again and hoping for great things in the future for you. So join us. Or do you have any sponsors, anybody you want to thank before we end this?
Just, you know, I just want to thank, you know, my lady, you know, she's been there for me, you know, Terry Young and Lori Young, Assassin Fight Crew, you know, Katie Wade, you know, D. Birchfield, thank you for believing in me, you know, Lamont Kale, Kid Stafford, I appreciate you, you know, putting me on, man. And, you know, just everybody that's been in my corner that still chose to be here, no matter through my ups and downs, you know, throughout my whole life. You know, I'll be 25 in 2 weeks, so it's, you know, what a birthday present for me to come out with a win and a strong family behind me. And I greatly appreciate it. Love y'all.
Well, can you not tell this guy, his attitude makes me smile. So come on, guys, get out here and support Lloyd as he takes on his third battle in the cage for Rage in the Cage 34. It's all happening Friday, January 16th, 2015 at the Oklahoma City Farmers Public Market, and we will see you there.